It's the I Can't Mom Today podcast with Heather, the new mom, and Vera, the seasoned mom. I Can't Mom Today.
Hey, this is Vera and Heather back again with another episode of I Can't Mom Today podcast. Hi, Vera.
Hello, Heather.
Yeah, if you hear a maniacal laugh, just know it's me slowly going crazy. You're like, because you can't do anything else. You can't do anything else.
Oh, yeah. Like my mom would say, if you don't laugh, you cry.
Yeah.
So you may as well just laugh.
The crazy laugh.
Yeah. The crazy. Well, at least you don't have a cold.
No, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that you were healthy for once.
No. And I've got a crick in my neck that's been there for like a week.
Oh,
I know, man. Let me tell you. It's fine.
See,
it's
that
fine.
sucks. You're a massage therapist. You should,
I know,
be able to fix yourself, but I guess it's kind of hard, huh?
I mean, it's been super painful too, but medicine, over-the-counter drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although, what's crazy? You know how I use Goodies powder all the time? Basically,
Yeah.
I used to, I tried doing the CBD, but I can't, CBD is something that is not an instant fix.
Yeah.
And so I need something instant right now, just because I'm just so crazy with life and work right now that I don't have the time. I need to make the time, but I just don't have the time to wait for that to work. So I've been taking it a lot more. Anyways, I digress. I bought some more of my delicious Goodie powder that it's disgusting, but once you get the relief from it often enough, you're like, this tastes like heaven, because you're just like, it's going to be relief. They changed the packaging of it. So it used to come in these plastic metal kind of baggies, little strips, or not strips, but little tube things. And now it's this papery plastic thing. It's weird. It's weird, like a coated paper. And I'm like, what is this? But it's very reminiscent of the old school, like
BC powder.
When it used to come in those coated
like a piece
paper.
Yeah.
Now it comes in little tubes like that. I'm like, what is this nonsense?
Hey man, as long as it works.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was actually, go ahead.
Oh no, it's okay. And then my kid, I don't know if I shared this on the page, but he decided, I shared it on my personal page. He decided to cut his hair at school.
Yes, I saw that on your personal page. And how did he do that? Did he just have
overtime?
Little wait,
and yes, with little scissors.
What?
Overtime and with little scissors. It was over a couple days. I noticed his hair was getting it was weird. I'm like, what? What's going Bradley on? Bring this kid last time to get his hair cut? It was in November or something. I was like, where did he bring him last time to get his hair cut? She didn't, or he, whatever, she, whatever, did an awful job at this. It's growing out terribly. And then, excuse me. And then Brad was like, we need to get his hair cut. I was like, hold on a second. Baker, come here. And I looked at his hair. I was like, are you cutting your hair? And he's like, yes. And it's giant chunk out of the front. If he had moved it to where it, you knew something weird was going on, but you didn't know what. And so you flattened it out and you're like, oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
So he just kind of sitting there in class with his little safety scissors and just slowly just snipping away.
That's the only thing I can. Yep.
What did you do? Did you yell at him?
No, I'm like, please don't do that, dude. Come on now. So, and then the solution was to cut a notch out of his hair, and that's what the barber person did.
Okay.
What? And
I don't know what there is. I remember doing that once, but I was maybe a little older than Baker. I think I was probably 8 or 9. Yeah, maybe 7 or 8.
I never cut my hair. My sister cut my hair one time.
You let her?
I was 3.
Oh.
So by let, do you mean she probably pinned me down, just chopped it? Yes. Yeah.
How much did she cut off? Did she cut off a lot?
It was a hack job. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember. I've just seen pictures, but it was pretty short.
Yeah. I cut mine. I think I just cut a chunk off in the front. And so that evolved into some kind of weird bangs, I think is what my mother did to fix it.
There was a girl in my school one time that was trying to cut her bangs, And instead of cutting on the outside of her fingers, she cut on the inside, and her bangs were like maybe an inch long.
Oh no, like the super
looking.
short bangs. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what it is with kids. And I mean, maybe just because it's like, it's there and,
Yeah. And they're bored. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it happened. Yeah. Yep. It's okay. It's all good. At least he can pull off a short haircut.
Yes. Well, yes, he's still adorbs. It's all
I
good.
like him with his short hair. I think he looks so cute. It brings out his cute little face.
Oh,
But I mean, he looks good with long hair. I don't realize how adorable I think he is with short hair until he gets his hair cut. I'm like, oh my God, look how cute you are.
oh,
Yeah. And then he says something crazy. And I'm like, here we go.
I love you. I chose you. I love you. I
I love
chose
you.
you. I love you. I chose you.
Yep. Yeah. So
So,
today we're going to talk about
yes.
Tradwife. Not Tradwife,
Yes.
Tradwife.
Trad. Yeah, which I had never heard of until I happened upon this article, and I was like, what in the hell is a tradwife? And I guess this is a thing. It's short for a traditional wife.
Okay.
So basically the article that I read just spoke about how there are a lot of women who now are becoming or owning being a tradwife, traditional wife, which basically means a traditional housewife. So you don't work outside the home. So you stay home, take care of your kids, make dinner, clean the house, whatever, just take care, which I would like to be very clear on that there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Like, I think that, I mean, like, I still sometimes you'll be somewhere and you'll meet someone, you'll say, oh, what do you do? And the woman will kind of like apologetically say, oh, well, I don't work outside the house. And I'm like,
yeah. And they have to validate it.
Yeah. And I'm like, good for you, man. I mean, you're a better woman than I'll say, like, you're a better woman than I am. I could never do that. I would, because it's just not in my genetic makeup. Somehow I would go crazy. I couldn't do it because it's a hard job.
Well, the idea of it appeals to me. Like, I don't have to go to a place of business and deal with people and, like deadlines and all this other kind of stuff. And all that, you're taking care of a house. So, right. Like, you're cleaning it and blah, 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 and taking care of kids, running them here and there. So that appeals to me, but then, like, I know I go crazy.
Yeah. I couldn't do it because as much as I always say, as much as I love my kid, I love my chosen, spending, or anybody, I cannot spend 24/7 with anybody.
Oh my God, no.
And even, including my child, because they would drive me crazy. Like, I just couldn't. But apparently this is becoming more of like the pendulum's kind of swinging the other way, because I think, the younger generation is kind of like, you know what? I saw my mother, busting her butt to go to work every day and then come home. And because one of the things that kind of happened, and again, I don't want to sound like I'm knocking husbands or, partners in any respect, but I feel like for a time there, it was kind of like, okay, yay, women can go out into the workforce, but then you're still expected to take care of the house.
Yeah.
So, so we'd end up doing everything. So I think it's very possible that, there's maybe a younger generation of women who are like, look, I watched my mom bust her butt, go to work, and then come home and still be expected to, take care of the meals and the grocery shopping and the cleaning and the this and this and this. And like, I'd rather do one or the other. Yeah.
No, 100%. I saw a quote the other day. It said, women are expected to mother like they don't have a job and work as like they don't have a kid or kids.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely true. And I feel like, and that's part of the reason why I'm choosing the path I'm choosing, even though it's still not working out for me, but it's where, I'm picking up, or I'm dropping Baker off at school and picking him up after school, because I wouldn't have that time to do homework. So when Brad gets home, it's not just utter chaos and fighting and arguing. Cause I remember that as a kid, that we had, like, when we had to do homework, we didn't start doing homework until like 5:30, 6:00. And then we had to be in bed at 8, but then we had to eat dinner and we had to do it. And so that's why I chose that part, to say, I'm going to pick you up, or I want to take the stress off of this life. And so that's why I work part-time, but man, this part-time work is not
not so part-time.
No, well, I mean, it is, but it's just like when you only have a certain amount of hours in a day and you can't devote that because there's a doctor's appointment, or there's, counseling, or there's this or that. And it's a lot. And so even that part-time isn't working because I don't have, the idea was that I'll have time to clean the house a little bit during the day and blah, blah, blah. No, not accurate. So I don't know how these, how women are doing it and not just literally going insane or sitting in a corner crying.
Well, I mean, I know because I was a single mom for a while, and I think, well, being younger helped, so I had more energy.
Yeah.
But I remember being just flat out exhausted because they're also too. Well, I had a job and I was building my voiceover business at the same time for a while. So, but however, when I could finally quit my regular job because my voiceover business picked up, because that was my goal, because I could work from home doing the voiceover. So like you're saying, so then I was able to take my kid to and from school and do all that stuff. But it was absolutely very difficult. So
because you weren't there when you woke up in the morning.
Yeah, well, there was a period of time where I wasn't. Yeah, because I was doing a morning show. So that was awful. I was exhausted, but I did it. But I think
you had a social life, which was crazy.
Oh, I know. I don't know how I did that. How did I do that?
I don't know.
So, but I think, some people are criticizing, women for doing this tradwife thing, saying, oh, well, but you have all the opportunity. Look, the women before you paved the way for you to have a career. Why don't you have a career? Well, you know what? Maybe being and I just don't like the term though, tradwife. Like,
yeah,
how about just, being, I don't know. I need a better term.
Because I don't like home. Yeah, stay at home mom.
Homemaker.
Yeah,
I don't like it either. We need to come up with a different. So if you have a suggestion on a different term, we'll try and popularize it, because there's got to be a better term. And to
maybe like
men,
people and residential manager.
People, that's so long though. I need something quick. And like trad spouse. Like, why does it have to be the wife? It could be the husband, which is fine too, which is cool too.
How about we just call him a manager?
A manager.
They do. They manage the home, and they manage the people.
Yeah, very true.
And you don't have to like, people. Oh, you're a manager. They're gonna. Oh, what kind of manager? Oh, I just manage people in residential.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, residential and people.
Yeah, because it is. I mean, even, making sure that the bills are paid, making sure there's enough toilet paper, making sure that, all that. There's like little nuances to managing the household that, people don't recognize or think about. But
I know. It's
a
crazy.
wife or a husband, because I think we should make the point too that I think it's cool too if a husband decides to do that, or the man of the house, or whatever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, either way, it's nice to have somebody, we'll say, a holder down of the fort.
Yeah. I don't know how.
Downer.
I truly don't know how some people do everything that they do. It boggles my mind, and like much mad crazy respect. I know some people have help. They hire help, right? Whether that's cleaning your home, doing your laundry, whatever it is. Like, and so I respect that. I think a lot of people aren't able to do that, which is really crazy. I know our neighbors, when COVID hit and they continued afterwards, she worked at home. He worked, he started his own business. She was homeschooling kids and working from home. Like, how are you sane?
Yeah. Well, on homeschooling, God bless people who do homeschooling.
Oh my God.
I have some friends who have done that, and there's no way Luke and I would have killed each other. Like,
well, I think the difference is that you can, when you are homeschooling kids, I feel like it either goes one or two ways, right? The parents are just kind of dialing it in, or I think there are some parents that are super out of the box thinkers and like apply the things to real life scenarios. So I think those kids wind up a lot of times being more worldly adjusted in the sense of like you can apply what you're learning versus here's a book. Sally had 6 apples, and you're like,
Yeah.
okay,
Well,
who
and then
cares? And have you seen those memes where it's like the card of like 60 pineapples or something like that? And I'm like, I found the math problem.
that's funny. No, but I have one of the benefits too that I learned from a girlfriend of mine who homeschooled her son for a little while
Mhm.
was that if she wanted to go on a trip, like she had flexibility. She didn't have to wait till the summer or
Yeah.
Christmas break or whatever. She could just take him, they could travel, and she would just teach him, or I have another friend that, they basically, especially during COVID, just hopped in their RV and just
Mhm.
traveled the country and visited
Yeah.
the country and homeschooled their kids and, had a blast.
Yeah.
So, anyway, digressing a little bit, but
Yeah.
so the Tradwife thing, I don't think anybody should snub their noses at anybody who is a
No,
manager.
God, no.
Um,
No. I honestly
and it
think
could be a
like
new
the
trend.
hardest job for parents is probably being a teacher. I mean, truthfully, because you have to deal with not only not your kids, but other people's kids and lots of other people's kids. And it's like, you can't just be like, I'm going to go, here's the TV. I'm going to go in, or here's whatever. I'm going to go sit in the corner for a few minutes. Mommy needs some time. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't do that. They have to keep it together for multiple hours of time and then go home to their own kids. Whew.
Yeah.
Like
that would be
I
rough.
truly think like we need to give some teachers some mad crazy respect right now, because I can't even imagine. As a teacher at one point, I could go home and just sit there and watch TV or do whatever because I didn't have kids, and that was glorious. But also I wasn't a parent, so I probably could have been a better teacher. I know I could have been a better teacher. Had I been, had I been a parent and experienced that, but yeah. Teaching. So I just, man, teachers that have kids, my God, like, how do we support you more? I wish we could give you all raises, and I've shouted that for years, decades.
Well, I know. Yes, definitely. They are supposedly working on that. We'll see. But yes, if you have a suggestion for an alternate term than Tradwife, or
if you are a Tradwife, so to speak, or if you're a manager of people in residential, please let us know like how you handle this, and like are you definitive, or are you just like, I feel like I would say if I was a stay-at-home mom, I would probably crazy eyes them and just be like, yes, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and like crazy eyes them, like I dare you to say something,
judging me,
and be like, oh, you're so fortunate that you don't have to go to work. Shut your mouth.
Yeah, you don't have to go to work. Sorry, I do go to work. I just don't leave the house to work. I'm working. And so
I just think we need to just love each other a little bit more. Just be kind.
Can't we all just get along?
Yeah. Why does it have to be a fight, or knocking of heads or whatever? Why does it have to be you against me? Can't we just be like, well, that's really cool. Respect.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I gotta say.
Till next time.
All righty. Bye.